Okay, good morning, afternoon or evening to you, depending on what time you decide to tune in and watch this. I'm just going to be sharing a few thoughts this morning, reflections on today's passage from the Moravian, which is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verses 14 to 26. Just a brief little summary. The context of this is a warning from Paul to Timothy about false teachers and being drawn into unnecessary debate, and it being better that Timothy evidences his teaching by his actions, his integrity, and his relationship with Jesus. So just a few things that jumped out to me really. The first being in verses 20 to 21, when it talks about cleansing ourselves from whatever is dishonourable in our quest for holiness and used by God. And it reminded me of something that I've been reading in John's book recently. As if you didn't say the title, it's called Reflex. About our status and state, and the paradox that we are holy and that we're being made holy at the same time. So our status, which is how God sees us, is that we are holy. That has been done, that's been paid for. Jesus has done that for us. It's nothing that we have to earn or do. But our state, which is how we live our day-to-day lives, is that we are being made holy as we draw closer to Him, as we make decisions actively to pursue Him, to spend time with Him, to seek Him. It's a daily choice for us to live from our status and how God sees us, making conscious decisions to honour Him and be used by Him. And we can only do this if we are, like I've already said, drawing closer to Him, investing in our relationship with Him, spending time with Him, being in His presence, reading His word. As the next verse has gone to say, it talks about pursuing righteousness, faith, love and peace, and fleeing from youthful passions. No biggie there then. Nice easy task set by Paul. It challenges us not to take for granted our relationship with Jesus and squeeze Him into spare moments of the day, but that our priority should be starting our days and our lives from a place of being close to Him, from being in His presence and spending time with Him. So that's the first thing I want to share. The next thing that jumped out to me as well is in the next kind of few verses about how we respond to others, choosing the issues that we get drawn into and how we interact and engage with other people. And to put it simply, it just says that we should be engaging and encountering people with kindness to everyone and gentleness. So Paul here is specifically talking about how Timothy interacts with false teachers and those that criticise or come against him and his teaching. However, it's something that we can apply to everyday situations for ourselves as well. For example, for myself, I'm a big culprit of road rage and getting frustrated with other people on the roads. And it's a constant battle for me to graciously not honk my horn at the person that's just cut me out. And to maybe react with a bit more gentleness, kindness in those situations, maybe even pray for them. And I think that's a daily challenge for us as Christians, is how we interact with other people in our workplaces, in our university campuses, in our day-to-day lives, whatever situations we're coming into. How are we responding to those around us? How are we interacting with other people? Other people that may be difficult personalities to engage with, to connect with, to not be frustrated by. Actually, as Christians, it's a real challenge for us and a real calling for us to actually approach those situations with kindness, with gentleness, and again, being a reflection of Jesus in those situations. So that's kind of the two things that really jumped out to me today, and a few questions just for you to mull over as you spend a bit of time in His presence now, reflecting on these words for yourself and seeing what jumps out at you. It's just, what might those two things look for you today? Leaving behind what's dishonourable and treating others with kindness and gentleness. What situations do you need to walk away from? And what things are you engaging in that maybe aren't quite right, maybe aren't honourable to God? Ask the Holy Spirit now to just prompt you on some of those. And what situations are you involved in where maybe you haven't been modelling kindness and gentleness, and actually, asking God to help you with that, to bring kindness and gentleness into those situations. So just spend some time now with God, just asking Him what He's saying to you and what you can do about it. Asking if there's anything from these verses that He's prompting you to reflect on, to address in your own life, as we all seek to kind of draw closer to Him and model Him more in this world. That's it from me, guys. Have a blessed day, and hopefully see you all soon.